Traders in the building, what's good? I hope you're good, man. I'm very excited for this one. I'm making another video for analysis which I haven't made in months, and so this is the first one after a long time, and I'm hoping that it's going to help someone make their first pips or whatever, be consistently profitable for the next coming weeks or months, or depending when the setup is gonna continue for. Right, so I'll be analyzing 4 pairs for today. I'm going to analyze the dollar index, gold, US 100, and US 30. And obviously I'll start with the dollar index, but before we get there, guys, I want to say to you, thank you so much for being loyal to the channel, coming back again, even though I was so much inconsistent. So I want to apologize on that one, and also I want to applaud you guys for the love and support that you're showing me. So in front of us we have the dollar index, and we have opened the monthly time frame, right? So already, just by looking at the chart, I've already drawn everything to minimize time so that we don't waste time on this video. I'm bullish on the dollar index, and the reason for that is because simply very simple. If you pay attention, right, we've been on a trend. We are on a bullish trend, right? First touch, second touch, third touch, and we got a freak out here, but eventually we went above again that trend line, and we are there again. So for me, it is an indication to buy this market. And also the NFP that we were trading today, it came very bullish for the dollar, so it's another confirmation. So already we have two confluences, and guess what, we do have support here, which was created, which previously became resistance. If you can pay attention, we did resist here for the first time, second time, third time, and so we are coming there now to support. Remember, when a resistance is broken, it becomes our newly formed support, and so these are the laws of trading in place, and this is what I'm looking for on the dollar index. But just maybe to dive deeper on a smaller time frame, the daily time frame, because I know other traders like to see things on a very smaller scale. Obviously, I would never just buy the dollar index unless I would see that it can have momentum to break just above that, and then from there I can enter my buys, targeting the next high. But again, I don't trade the dollar index, I don't trade US 100, I don't trade US 30. I'm just making analysis on that. I only trade gold specifically, so these are just analysis for those of you guys who trade these pairs. So for the dollar index, we are bullish. Remember, we have confluences on that. We have the fundamentals that came out, the NFP, it came out to be bullish for the dollar. We are above a support. We are above a support over here, and also we are above a trend line, right? We are above a trend line, so we are bullish on the dollar index. Now going to our next pair, which is gold. On gold, I am bearish, and the reason for that is that you might remember from the previous videos, I did say that gold and the dollar have a negative correlation, which means anytime there is bullish momentum on the dollar, there'll be bearish momentum on gold. But other than that, when NFP came out today, we saw that gold was selling very hard, and that's because NFP came to be bullish on the dollar, and so when the dollar goes up, gold is bound to come down. So looking at this chart already, you can tell we are on a monthly time frame, right? We are on a monthly time frame, and this is the gold instrument, and I've drawn my areas of sensitivity already there just to mark them. We do have a trend line that we had a touch there, first time, second time, third time. We might say this was another touch, but didn't really come there, and so this means this trend line is valid. And now looking at another upper trend line, we do have a touch here, we have a touch over there, we came again, but more than that, we also have support and resistance at that area. So if you notice, at that high over there, price likes to stop at this area on gold. It has stopped since 2020. I believe it's a high that it has created from 2020, and it never managed to break. So this is why I'm assuming we are going to come back down heavily. For me, I just trade what I see. If we are at a resistance, I want to sell. If we are at support, I want to buy. But there is always a 50% that I'm wrong or I am right. I can either be wrong or right. If I'm right, I make money. If I'm wrong, I take a loss with the proper risk management, obviously. But going to a smaller time frame, just to get a clear picture of where exactly I would enter those sells if I was going to sell. When I am going to sell this market, obviously we do see that we did have a resistance at this area here, resistance, and when we broke that area we came to support, and so for me to sell this market I would have to have gold breaking just below that trend, that support slash resistance, and come to resist at that area, and then I would enter my short position there and target my next low of the market, which is obviously at this area, and that would be a very good trade for me. This is what I'm looking for on gold. I'm bearish on gold. Remember, the dollar is bullish, meaning gold is bearish. They have a negative correlation. Now going to US30, which is the third pair of this video. On this video let's go to the monthly time frame again. So I've marked everything on a monthly time frame so that you guys can see what I'm looking at long term, right? Because when I go to smaller time frames, I'm trading in mind knowing that on the higher time frame we are bearish or we are bullish. So already here, looking at US30, there is no trend line, but however we do have this support, this resistance slash that became then support. And if you notice, we did resist here first time, resisted second time, and when we came there after we broke it, we came and we supported very nicely, meaning that is a level of sensitivity, meaning that area is valid. So since then we've been pushing up, but we haven't really reached our high. We haven't really reached our higher high, our previous high. And so my anticipation, since well the dollar is going to go up and we know US30 is positively correlated with the dollar, is that we are going to continue going bullish on this pair. And if I was trading this pair, I would obviously go to a smaller time frame to see how I would enter for those buys. And if you notice, we do have resistance over here that was created by this pair. Resisted first time, second time, third time, fourth time, and we were there for the fifth time. And obviously it has shown to be an area of sensitivity where price is failing to break. So for me to buy, I would need to see that US30 goes up, breaks that resistance that it created, and then comes back down and supports from that area, and then we can expect to see buys from there on until that take profit area over there. And now going to our last pair of the day, which is Nasdaq US 100, and as you can see, I'm also bullish on this pair on the daily time frame. And the reason for that is because we do see here that we have a clear trend line. We have a very clear trend line that has been supported one, second time, third time, and now we do have our last resistance was at this area over here. And so price for me, before I can look for any sells, at least it should give me that continue to that resistance, and then we can look for sells. Hence now I'm saying I am bullish on this pair, and until then I would not be looking for any short positions in this market, because we are clearly on an uptrend, and we know Nasdaq for being a very consistently bullish pair, right? And just to go on a smaller time frame, because this is a monthly, how I would enter these trades specifically, the same thing as I showed you guys on the other things. I would wait over here for price. I would wait for price to break this resistance that it has created here on the daily time frame, and after it gives me a retest, I would immediately enter on that retest and target whatever next structure that I'm comfortable with. This is just about that, guys. That's just about that. If you do love the video, if you do find this content valuable, please do like, subscribe, comment down below any suggestion, and yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for watching up to this far. Let's go.